Good afternoon all. In last lecture, we started third unit, stream gauging.
Good afternoon, sir.
In third unit, we have seen the introduction of stream gauging. In this stream gauging, it includes the measurement of stream flow, measurement of the runoff, so stream flow which is measured in terms of the discharge, the measured in units of discharge occurring at a specified time. So that is measured in meter cube per second. Discharge unit is meter cube per second. So it is a measurement of discharge in a stream. This is known as stream flow measurement or stream gauging. So we have seen the definition of the stream. Stream is a flow channel into which surface runoff from specified basin drains. It is a flow channel into which the surface runoff from specified catchment area that drain out. It is a flow of the water through that channel. That flow channel is said to be stream. Through that flow channel, I have to measure the runoff. To measure the stream flow, how much the discharge is there, that you have to observe. Discharge flowing through that flow channel, that is measured in meter cube per second. That is, this is the unit of this stream flow measurement. Unit of the discharge, meter cube per second. So this stream flow measurement, that is measured by two methods. First one is direct method, second one is indirect method. Stream flow measurement techniques that are classified into two categories. Direct determination method and indirect determination method. So before that, we have studied this, what is stream flow measurement. ते कशासाठी करतात ते आपण पाहिलेलं आहे. To measure the discharge, to measure the quantity of the runoff, the water that flows through that flow channel. That measurement of the flow of the water, that is done by these two methods. First one is direct determination method, second one is indirect determination method. दोन मेथड्स आहेत. तर त्यामध्ये डायरेक्ट मेथड मध्ये चार मेथड्स आहेत. डायरेक्ट डिटर्मिनेशन ऑफ स्ट्रीम डिस्चार्ज. फर्स्ट वन आहे एरिया वेलोसिटी मेथड. Second one is dilution technique. Third one is electromagnetic method. Fourth one is ultrasonic method. These are the four methods in the direct determination of stream discharge. Then in indirect determination method, it includes hydraulic structures. By construction of these hydraulic structures, that includes weirs, flumes, gated structures, dams, etc., by which the measurement of stream flow is done. is the first method. Second one is slope area method. The other two methods under indirect method, indirect determination of stream flow. That first method is area velocity method. In this direct determination method, that includes area velocity method. First method is area velocity method. So this area velocity method, that includes the measurement of discharge through flow channel by measuring the area of cross section of the river or stream flow channel at a selected section, and measurement of the velocity of flow at that section, at the selected section. That selected section is called gauging site. Area of cross section and velocity of flow is measured. Therefore, it is called area velocity method. This is a cross section of the river or flow channel where area of cross section is measured and velocity of flow is measured. See this. This is a stream section for area velocity method. त्यासाठी cross section आहे. The cross section of the river, which is divided into various verticals. The widths of these verticals is shown here, W1, W2, W3, and corresponding to that depths are given, depth of flow. So this area velocity method, which includes the measurement of the area of cross section of the river at a selected section where the discharge is to be measured. The discharge measure करायचं. This is the आपल्याला फ्लो मेजरमेंट करायचं आहे. तो साइट आपल्याला सिलेक्ट करायचा आहे. पहिले तो साइट सिलेक्ट करायचा. त्या साइटला काय म्हणायचं, गेजिंग साइट, वेअर डिस्चार्ज इज मेजर्ड. त्या साइटला काय म्हणायचं, गेजिंग साइट, जिथे आपण डिस्चार्ज मेजर करतो, गेज करतो. गेजिंग इज डन. गेजिंग म्हणजे काय, मेजरमेंट ऑफ द area of cross section of the river and measuring the velocity of flow through that cross sectional area. त्याला काय म्हणतात, गेजिंग ऑफ दॅट साइट. म्हणून त्याला काय म्हटलेलं आहे, स्ट्रीम गेजिंग. म्हणून आपल्या युनिटचं नाव काय आहे, स्ट्रीम गेजिंग. स्ट्रीम गेजिंग मीन्स is the measurement of the area of cross section of the river and measurement of the velocity of flow through that cross sectional area. That is called as stream gauging. So the site is selected for the measurement of the discharge, measurement of the area and velocity of flow. Such a site is selected. That site is called gauging site. जिथं आपण measurement करतो, area is measured and velocity is measured. That site is known as gauging site. So while selecting this gauging site, some care is to be taken. So that gauging site that is selected, that should give stage discharge curve. That should be that stage discharge curve. It should be a constant curve for a long period of the time. For the number of years, it should be a constant curve should be obtained. Stage discharge curve कसा असायला पाहिजे? It should be constant for a number of years. Such a gauging site should be selected. This is the first factor that is observed. It should give the constant stage discharge curve. Then that site should be easily accessible from all the points, all the locations throughout the year, at all seasons. It should be accessible. तो साइट कसा असायला पाहिजे? सगळीकडून तो accessible पाहिजे. तो तिथे एखादा व्हेकल म्हणा तिथे व्हेकल असेल किंवा any vehicle can for any vehicle it should be accessible for the persons who are going to that site. It should be accessible to the all the vehicles, persons throughout the year, so that you can observe the flow through that river, can measure the discharge. What are the levels? What is the level in that river? Levels of the water. Then another factor criteria for selection of the gauging site is should have well-defined cross section. The cross section कसा असायला पाहिजे? Well defined असायला पाहिजे. So the cross sectional area, it should not change. It should not vary. The cross section area change झाल्यामुळे काय होईल? त्यामध्ये the discharge may vary, level of the water may fluctuate. You cannot obtain the discharge measurement, or the flow measurement cannot be finalized. If there is a change in the cross section, there may be a change in the measurement of the stream flow. So such a gauging site should be selected that it should give the uniform or well-defined cross section, so that the discharge that is obtained, that should be uniform. There is no much change in the measurement of the stream flow. There should not be any variation in the measurement of the discharge, and that site should be straight, stable ridge. It should be straight and stable. The gauging site should be in a straight and should be stable enough, and that gauging site should be free from backwater effects. If any backwater effects are there in the channel, that should not be there. It should be free from backwater effects. That site should be free from backwater effects. Such a site should be selected. This criteria should be observed while selecting the gauging site. After fulfilling this criteria, then only that site is selected for measurement of the stream flow. After selecting that gauging site, what is the next step? After selection of the gauging site that fulfills all these criteria, then at that site, gauging site, a section line is marked off by permanent survey markings. Markings are done at the selected site. हे marking केलं जातं. That section area of cross section that is marked by permanent survey marking. Permanent survey markings आहेत. By using that permanent survey markings, then gauging site is fixed, or by using suitable survey methods, survey marking methods. त्यामध्ये we place the gauge stones, we mark the levels on that gauge stone, and or with the help of paint we mark that section line. Section line is marked. Along that section line, the cross section is determined. Cross section area is determined. मग त्यासाठी आपल्याला काय करावं लागणार आहे? The depth of flow, त्या ठिकाणी डेप्थ किती आहे along that section line, त्याची लेंथ किती आहे, विड्थ किती आहे, डेप्थ किती आहे, त्यावरून आपल्याला काय करतील? एरिया ऑफ क्रॉस सेक्शन. तर डेप्थ करण्यासाठी काय करावं लागणार आहे? To measure the depth of flow at various location along that section line, the depth is measured. Depth कसं measure करायचं? For measuring the depth of flow, that is measured by using sounding rods, or sounding weights are used for measuring the depth of flow at the various locations. These sounding rods are used for measuring the depth. So this is for shallow depth. When the depth of flow is large, in that case the electroacoustic instrument is used, that is called echo depth recorder. Echo depth recorder. This is used for large stream depth. For accurate depth measurement, we use this echo depth recorder. I use echo depth recorder. That's electroacoustic instrument that is used for measuring the stream depth of the flow channel. So in this way, the depth is measured. If the depth is large, echo depth recorders are used. That gives the accurate depth measurement. So by using that, we can measure the depth in a short time, and it gives accurate results. For shallow depth, sounding rods are used, or sounding weights are used. So by using this echo depth recorder, in this the mechanism is used in which high frequency sound waves which are sent by a transducer, which is kept immersed in the water. So during this, the high frequency sound waves are sent by the transducers. So the echo, during this transmission, the echo is reflected. Echo is reflected by the bed that this reflected waves that are picked up by the transducer which are kept immersed in the water. So this sound waves that are picked up by this transducer reflected waves. So during this transmission of the waves, the time interval between transmission of the signal and the receipt of its echo. So the distance to the bed that is obtained, that is reflected. So this instrument, echo depth recorder, that records that distance uh, the transmission of the wave to the bed, that distance that is recorded by this echo depth recorder. So these echo depth recorders, which are advantageous in high velocity streams for larger depth, and the streams having the soft or mobile beds. In this streams having large depth and having high velocity streams. In that case, these echo depth recorders are used because that gives more accurate results within short time. Can measure the depth of the stream. The area is calculated after selecting the gauging site. So this is a cross-sectional area of this stream. It is divided into number of segments. This cross-sectional area of the stream is divided into number of cross-section, number of segments. So this cross-section is divided into number of subsections. It is divided into large number of subsections by verticals. These are the subsection. See this y1, y2, these are y3, y4. These are the depth of flow at each subsection. The width from this bank of the river, from this shoreline. So that is W1, W2, W3. These are the widths of this each subsection. So the velocity is measured at each subsection. These are subsection here. The W1, W2, W3, Wi-1. The hash portion is one of the subsection which is for which the area is measured. Area of this subsection delta A, and its depth is yi. So for these various segments, various cross sections, subsections, the average velocity is calculated. Average velocity in this subsection, प्रत्येक subsection मध्ये velocity काढली जाते. velocity of flow. Velocity of flow that is measured by instrument is known as current meter or floats. The velocity is measured by using current meter. त्याला काय म्हणायचं? Current meter. By using this current meter, the velocity of flow is measured in these subsections. So the accuracy of the discharge measurement that increases with this division of this number of subsections. The accuracy of measurement of the discharge is increases. Number of cross section में divide केल्यामुळे काय होईल? The accuracy of measurement of the discharge will be more. So therefore, while dividing this cross section, segments or subsections, if there are number of subsections are more, the subsections are just assil, therefore it will require more time for measurement of the discharge with the velocity. So in that case, what we should do, the segment width should be decided, that should be selected in such a way that the segment width of each subsection should not be greater than 1/15th or 1/20th of the width of the river. जेवढी width आहे रिव्हरची width आहे स्ट्रीम त्या फ्लो चॅनलची, that width of the subsection, it should not be greater than 1/15th to 1/20th of the width of the river. Such a width is selected, width of that subsection. ही काय width आहे, ही जी width आहे दिलं आहे, width of this subsection should not be greater than 1/15th to 1/20th of the width of the river. जेवढी काय width आहे, म्हणजे width कुठून आहे इथून ते इथपर्यंत, is the width of the river. So this width should not be greater than 1/15th to 1/20th width of the river. Such a width is selected. Then discharge in each segment should not be less than discharge in each segment or in each subsection should be less than 10% of the total discharge. प्रत्येक सेगमेंट मध्ये, प्रत्येक क्रॉस सेक्शन मध्ये जे डिस्चार्ज आहे टोटल डिस्चार्जच्या 10% पेक्षा कमी असू नये. Should not be less than 10% of the total discharge. This is one of the condition. And the velocity in the adjacent segment should not be more than 20%. The velocity of flow 20% पेक्षा जास्त नसू नये. Velocity of flow through that flow channel should not be more than 20%. Okay, समजलं पर्यंत? Any difficulty in this? समजलं नसेल तर विचारा. You can ask in chat box or you can unmute yourself. In this, the current meter is used for measurement of the velocity. Therefore, this method is also called as स्टँडर्ड करंट मीटर मेथड म्हणून या मेथडला काय नाव दिलेलं आहे स्टँडर्ड करंट मीटर मेथड. This area velocity method is also called as standard current meter method because in this we use the current meter for measurement of the velocity of flow. Therefore, it is called as standard current meter method. This is a area velocity method. This cross section is divided into number of segments or number of subsections where velocity is measured by using current meter at each subsection. समझ इथपर्यंत एरिया वेलोसिटी मेथड समजलाय? Any difficulty in this? This is the first method, direct determination method. त्यामुळे आपण काय पाहिलं? Area velocity method. The remaining methods are dilution technique, electromagnetic method, and fourth one is ultrasonic method. These are the direct determination methods of stream discharge. Next method is indirect method. Next method which comes under direct method. Second method, first method पण पाहिलंय area velocity method. Second is electromagnetic method. This electromagnetic method, which is based on the principle of Faraday's principle. कशावर डिपेंड आहे? Faraday's principle. So, what is Faraday's principle? So, in this electromagnetic method, the electromagnetic force is induced in the conductor. So that electromagnetic force that is induced in the conductor, it cuts the normal magnetic field. This electromagnetic force which is induced in the conductor, it cuts the normal magnetic field. The image of this electromagnetic method is given here. See this diagram. The flow, see this flow of the water here is shown. Flow is दाखवले. Flow of the water. C is the conductivity sensor. it is provided. B, capital B, voltage probe दाखवले पहा on both side of this stream channel. Stream channel आहे. त्यामध्ये काय बसवलेलं आहे this conductivity sensor C is fixed here. V म्हणजे काय voltage probe. Then N is a noise cancellation probe. N is a noise cancellation probe. Capital B, the bed conductivity probe. B, capital B, bed conductivity probe. It is given. These are the cables to instrumentation, coil inducting. Capital N is the noise cancellation probe. These are the various terminologies related to this electromagnetic method. So what is the mechanism? In this, electromagnetic force is induced in the conductor. So during this, it due to induction of this electromagnetic force in the conductor, it cuts the normal magnetic field. The large coils which are buried at the bottom of the channel, a flow channel, that carry the current that produces a controlled vertical magnetic field. The large coils which are buried at the bottom of the channel carry the current. This is a coil, large coil that is buried into this flow channel. At the bed level of this stream channel that is shown here, coil inducting. Coil inducting is the coils which are buried into this stream channel, cables to instrumentation. These are the cables, coils which are buried inserted into this bed of the channel. So this large coils that carry a current I that produces the controlled vertical magnetic field. So these large coils that carry a current that which produces the vertical magnetic field. So during the flow of the water, these large coils that produces the controlled vertical magnetic field. So on the sides of the channel, the electrodes are provided. For electrodes, the electrodes are provided at the side of the channel. So these electrodes which are provided at the side of the channel that measures the small voltage produced due to the flow of the water in the channel. So these electrodes that measures the small voltage produced during the flow of the water. In this, during the flow of the water, the small voltage is produced. So during this flow of water, it is found that the signal output E will be of the order of the multivolts and is related to the discharge Q. That discharge, which is measured by using this formula, Q is equal to K1 into bracket ED divided by I plus K2 bracket raised to N. त्यामध्ये D म्हणजे काय? Depth of flow, flowची depth at that location. This is the depth of flow. त्यामध्ये I काय? Current in the coil. I is the current. Capital I is the current in the coil. And E म्हणजे काय? Signal output. And N, K1 and K2 are the system constants. It is a K1, K2, K1, K2 and N. These are the system constants. This is a formula for measurement of the discharge. Q is equal to K1 into bracket ED by I plus K2 raised to whole bracket raised to N. This is a formula of measurement of the discharge. By putting these values of E, D and I and system constants K1, K2 and N, we get the discharge. So this electromagnetic method, which is based on the principle of Faraday's principle. समजलं electromagnetic method. Any difficulty in this? So in this method, it requires different instruments, coils, electrodes. Therefore, it is more expensive than other methods. This method is sophisticated and expensive because it requires various instruments and this method which has been successfully tried in number of installations. And this method which is used when there is a change in the cross-sectional areas. If the cross-sectional area changes with the time due to weed growth, sedimentation in that flow channel, there may be a change in the cross-section. So due to the change in the cross-section, it may affect to the measurement of the discharge. In that cases, this electromagnetic method is used. Another application of this method is when there is a changes in the magnitude as well as in the direction of flow. The flow direction changes in the tidal channels where the flow undergoes the rapid changes in the magnitude as well as in direction of flow. In that case, this method is used. So when we use this method, electromagnetic method, the accuracy of measurement of the discharge is about plus or minus 3% of the maximum channel width. The measurement of discharge, which is measured to an accuracy of plus or minus 3%. The accuracy कितनी है? यह method से plus or minus 3%. And the maximum channel width that can be accommodated being 100 meter for the measurement of the discharge, and the minimum detectable velocity is having 0.005 meter per second. Minimum detectable velocity कितनी है? 0.005 meter per second. These are the limitations of this method. Some of the electromagnetic method, and difficult in this is the second method, indirect direct method, direct determination method. Any difficulty in this, please ask. Third method is ultrasonic method. Third method is ultrasonic method. So this ultrasonic method, which is similar to the area velocity method. So in the area velocity method, we measure the velocity by using current meter. By using current meter, we measure the velocity of flow. In the ultrasonic method, the velocity is measured, average velocity of flow in the channel, that is measured by using ultrasonic signals. The ultrasonic signals use करून average velocity find out केली जाते. Average velocity of flow. जसं area velocity मध्ये current meter use करतात. या ultrasonic method में क्या use करतात? Ultrasonic signals. Ultrasonic signals are used for measurement of the velocity of flow. So what it involves? So this method, ultrasonic method, that this was invented by a scientist or researcher. The name of the researcher is Svengel. The name of the researcher is Svengel. We have invented this ultrasonic method in the year 1955. तो कोणी investigate केले हे? The researcher name is Svengel. Svengel is the researcher who have invented this ultrasonic method in the year 1955. This method that is invented by this Svengel, from this year 1955, it has been perfected and complete systems available commercially for measurement of the discharge. So what is the mechanism of the measurement of the discharge in this ultrasonic method? See this diagram, ultrasonic method. A आणि B इथे ट्रान्सड्यूसर दिलेले आहेत. is the flow of the water, the stream channel hatch केलेला आहे इथे. The other two is a flow channel, the bank of this river, bank of this stream. On this bank of the stream, the transducers are placed, A and B. This velocity of flow is B. This is a cross section. B is the cross section. Okay. So consider this flow channel carrying the flow of the water. So along this flow channel, two transducers which are fixed at A and B at the same level, H above the bed on either side of the channel. See this, the A, the black color मध्ये transducer दाखवले पहा, the transducer इथे A इथे एक बसवलेला आहे on this side, on the left side of this flow channel, on right side of the flow channel B transducer is fixed, हा एक transducer आहे, दोन्ही साइडला ठेवलेला आहे A and B. Okay, the length between that is L. So which are placed above the bed level at a height किती आहे इथे दाखवले पहा, A and B. These are the two transducers which are fixed at a height H above the bed level. या bed level च्या वर इथे, bed level च्या वर इथे height H. इथून या bed level पासून height किती आहे H. इथे दाखवले पहा H. Bed level ही इथे आहे, is the bed level. B. Width of the cross section काय आहे B. हे दोन ट्रान्सड्यूसर इथे या चॅनलच्या साइडला हे बसवलेलं आहे. ओके, similar diagram, this is a cross section which are fixed at the height of H above the bed level. Bed level च्या वर हे ट्रान्सड्यूसर दोन्ही बाजूला हे बसवलेले आहेत, त्या चॅनलच्या दोन्ही बाजूला at height H. The total depth of flow is D. D. D is the total depth of flow. B is the width of cross section. Height is H. समजलं? So by placing these transducers on either side of the channel that receive the signals, transducer काय करतात, सिग्नल रिसीव करतात आणि सिग्नल्स ते सेंड करतात. They receive the signals as well as they send the ultrasonic signals during the flow of the water. So during the flow of the water, the A transducer send the ultrasonic signal to receive at B transducer after the elapsing of the time T1. त्या दोन्ही मधलं टाइम काय, टाइम ऑफ the sending and receiving. When A transducer send the signal ultrasonic signal to B. The time during this transmission of the signal, the elapse of the time is elapsed, that time is measured as T1. And again, the B transducer send the signal, ultrasonic signal, to be received at A transducer after elapse of the time T2. A पासून B ला सिग्नल सेंड केल्यानंतर त्यामध्ये जे टाइम आहे ते टाइम काय T1, and from B1 to B transducer to A transducer, the signal that is received by A transducer within a time T2. From A to B, time is T1. From B to A is time of that elapse is T2. In that, C is the velocity of sound in water, that is capital C. The T1, the elapse of the time from A to B. The T1 चा काय formula? Elapsed time T1 is equal to capital L by into bracket C plus Vp. त्यामध्ये L is the length of the path from A to B. A is the length of the path. Length of the path L. A will send the ultrasonic signal to B. The length between that transmission of this signal is L. So L is the length of that signal. This is the length between these two transducers. Then Vp is the component of the flow velocity in the sound path. This is the component of the flow velocity in sound path, V cos theta. Vp म्हणजे काय? So velocity is the component आहे, V cos theta. इथे दाखवले पहा. Velocity काय इथे? V is the velocity. इथे दाखवले पहा. त्याचा component काय? V cos theta. It is the component of this velocity. Theta is the angle made by this V along this length of this path. The theta is the angle. V cos theta. The V cos theta. So velocity components are velocity is the flow velocity is the component V cos theta. Okay. Vp is equal to काय? V cos theta. त्यानंतर T2 काढायचं आहे. T2 is calculated by this formula. T1 चा formula T1 is equal to काय? L into bracket C plus Vp. In T2, elapsed time T2 काढायचं आहे. We send the signal from B transducer to A transducer. The time elapsed between B to A is T2. That is calculated by L divided by C minus Vp. By this we can get the time T2. So दोन्ही इथे इक्वेशन काय केलेलं आहे? कंबाईन केलेले मायनस दोन्ही मायनस केले 1 by T1 minus 1 by T2 दोन्ही सबट्रॅक्शन इथे घेतलेले आहे इक्वल टू काय येईल 2 into Vp by L is equal to 2 V cos theta. Vp म्हणजेच काय दिसले पाहिजे. Vp is the component of the flow velocity in sound path, that v cos theta इथे ठेवायचं आहे 2 into v cos theta divided by L. That gives this subtraction 1 by T1 minus 1 by T2. म्हणजे काय येईल 2v into cos theta divided by L. 2v by L is equal to 2v cos theta by L. समजलं इथपर्यंत? Any difficulty? Again, that equation can be written as, तर आपल्याला velocity काढायचं आहे. तर v is equal to त्या इक्वेशन मध्ये आपल्याला काय काढायचं आहे v, this v काढण्यासाठी 2 cos theta by L हे तिकडे न्यावं लागेल. तिकडे नेल्यानंतर इक्वेशन काय मिळेल आपल्याला v is equal to L by 2 cos theta into bracket 1 by T1 minus 1 by T2. हा इक्वेशन आपल्याला मिळेल v is equal to L by 2 cos theta into bracket 1 by T1 minus 1 by T2. So by knowing this length, the value of theta, then value of T1 and T2 जे आता आपण पाहिलंय T1 T2 फॉर्म्युला आपण पाहिलाय हे सगळे व्हॅल्यू यामध्ये ठेवल्यानंतर आपल्याला काय मिळेल velocity of flow, average velocity at a height h above the bed. You get the average velocity. आपल्याला काय मिळेल average velocity. हे average velocity काढण्याचा फॉर्म्युला आहे. So small v is the average velocity at a height h above the bed. So this velocity is not the average velocity of the for whole of the cross section. पूर्ण cross section साठी नाहीये. So at a for a particular section at a height h above the bed can determine using this formula. Then from this formula, velocity is determined, average velocity at a given height above the bed. So from this velocity for a given channel cross section, so this v can be related to for the whole of the cross section is a small v आहे पूर्ण cross section साठी ते घ्यायचं आहे. तर by calibration a relation between v by v and h that can be obtained. The दोन्हीचे relation घ्यायचे small v and capital V. Small v is the average velocity at a given height above the bed. Capital V is the average velocity for the total cross section. For complete cross section, that velocity is determined. The ratio of these two is taken small v by capital V and height h. The relation between that is obtained. From this, we get for a given setup, as a cross section area of the cross section is fixed, you can obtain the discharge for the whole of the cross section area of the that flow channel that is obtained. The discharge कसं काढायचं? Discharge is equal to area into mean velocity. Q is equal to काय येईल? Area into velocity. त्यावरून आपल्याला काय मिळेल? Discharge. Discharge is obtained by Q is equal to area into काय? Velocity. From this formula, we get the discharge. So in this way, discharge is measured when we use the one single path for measurement of the discharge. When there is a one single path is used, then that method of measurement of discharge is known as single path gauging. त्या मेथडला काय म्हणायचं? सिंगल पाथ गेजिंग. सिंगल पाथ गेजिंग मध्ये काय कन्सिडर केलेलं आहे? ओनली वन सिग्नल पाथ. वन सिग्नल पाथ इज कन्सिडर्ड. ज्यामध्ये आपण वेलोसिटी आपण काढलेलं आहे. वेलोसिटी, that signal path, length of that path is measured. When only one signal path is used, in that case, that method of measurement of discharge is known as single path gauging. त्याला काय म्हणायचं? Single path gauging. Again, when there is a multiple single paths are there, multiple single path can be used to obtain the velocity for different height h, for different values of h. There will be the different velocities can be obtained. The mean velocity of the flow through that cross section is obtained by taking the average of the velocities at all cross section at given height. So for multiple single paths, we obtain the different velocities for different heights. Therefore, this technique or this method is known as multi-path gauging. Just the number of paths are more. In that case, that method of measurement of discharge is known as multi-path gauging. त्याला काय म्हणायचं? Multi-path gauging. Single path gauging and multi-path gauging हे दोन methods आहेत यामध्ये. Single path gauging means when we use the one single path. In multi-path gauging, we use the multiple single paths. In this, while measuring this discharge, we use the ultrasonic flow meters. Ultrasonic flow meter हे use करतात यामध्ये. So this ultrasonic flow meters having frequencies of the order of 500 kilohertz. This is the frequency of this ultrasonic flow meters that are used in this ultrasonic method. So in this ultrasonic method, sophisticated electronic instruments that are involved for the transmission and detecting the that flow path for evaluating the mean velocity of flow. So for this, for the installation of this electronic instruments like ultrasonic flow meters. So for this, calibration is needed to determine the system constants. So that is used for measurement of the discharge. So it involves the various electronic instruments for transmitting, detecting, and evaluating the mean velocity of flow along the path. So the accuracy of this ultrasonic flow meters, this transducers, this ultrasonic flow meters having the accuracy of measurement of this flow, velocity of flow, having accuracy of about 2% for single path method. Single path method साठी accuracy of measurement किती आहे? Up to 2%. And for multipath method having 1%. 1% accuracy is there. So these systems are currently available for rivers having depth of water up to 500 meter depth. 500 meter depth पर्यंत हे is suitable आहे. These systems which are available up to 500 meter depth of the water. ज्या रिव्हरची डेप्थ किती आहे 500 मीटर आहे त्या डेप्थ पर्यंत आपण हे सिस्टम्स आपण यूज करू शकतो. So what are its advantages of this ultrasonic system of river gauging? The advantages काय आहे? It is a rapid method and it gives high accuracy than electromagnetic method, area velocity method. दोन्ही मेथड पेक्षा याची accuracy जास्त आहे अल्ट्रासोनिक मेथडची. And it gives accurate results and it gives in less time more accurate results can be obtained. This is the first advantage. Second advantage is it is suitable for automatic recording of the data. म्हणजे जिथं आपल्याला ऑटोमॅटिक रेकॉर्डिंग करायचं आहे त्यासाठी हे सुटेबल आहे. And third advantage is it is suitable for when there is a rapid changes in the magnitude and direction of flow is there in a tidal rivers. If there is a changes in the cross section or velocity of flow, if there is a rapid changes in the magnitude and the direction of flow is there, in that case this method is suitable. And cost of installation is independent of the size of the rivers. Cost of installation is less. These are the advantages of this ultrasonic method. And accuracy of this method depends upon the various factors the signal velocity, reaching of the flow velocity, the accuracy of this method. There is a unstable cross section is there. There may be the changes in the flow measurement. Accuracy of this method may be affected. Unstable cross section is there. Fluctuating bead growth is there. And if there is a high loads of the suspended solids are there, or air entrainment is there, or salinity and temperature changes are there. In that case, the accuracy of this method, it may be limited. So it shows the variation in the results due to these factors. The accuracy may be affected due to these various factors. समजले इथपर्यंत? Any difficulty in this? समजलं नसेल तरी विचारा. Any difficulty? You can ask in chat box or you can unmute yourself. Next method is dilution technique. Next method क्या है? Dilution technique of stream flow measurement. So in the dilution method of flow measurement, that is based on the principle of continuity. Continuity principle है depend है. Continuity principle applied to a tracer which is allowed to mix completely with the flow. So यालाच दुसरं नाव आहे chemical method. त्यालाच काय म्हणायचं? Chemical method. Dilution method is also known as chemical method. It depends upon the continuity principle. कशावर depend आहे? Continuity principle. In this continuity principle that is applied to a tracer which is allowed to mix completely with the flow of water. जे या डायग्राम मध्ये दाखवले पहा tracer, the graph between this concentration and time t दाखवले पहा T1, T2, this is the concentration, C0, C1, C2. Another diagram, constant rate injection method. So what is the mechanism involved in this method? Dilution technique. Like let's come as a chemical method. So what is the procedure involved in this? In this, a tracer is considered along the flow of the water, along the path. So that tracer which does not react with the fluid or boundary surface. त्या boundary surface म्हणजे ते react होत नाही. With that fluid, this tracer does not react. So this tracer is allowed to mix completely with that flow of water. In the diagram it is shown C0 is the small initial concentration of the tracer in the stream flow. C0 initial concentration from this is the initial concentration C0. It is shown here C0 initial concentration at time t1. At time t1 concentration is C0. Then at section 1 a small quantity volume V1 of high concentration C1 of this tracer is added. That is shown in this diagram. C1 high concentration which is added here at a section 1. Section 1 the concentration is C1 and at section 2 at concentration shown here at section 2 is C2. The volume is V1 at section 1 and at section 2 volume is V2. In this section 2 is sufficiently far away on the downstream of the section 1. So during flow of the water, this tracer mixes thoroughly with the fluid. तो जो ट्रेसर है तो फ्लूइड में तो मिक्स हो तो so that mixes thoroughly with the water, thoroughly with the fluid due to turbulent mixing process while passing through the ridge through that flow channel. That tracer mixes with the flow of water. So initially there will be a small concentration C0 at T1. The high concentration reaches to C1. Again, from that C1 is as the flow increases from section 1 to section 2, that concentration changes from C1 to C2. It changes with the time. Thus, this concentration will have base value C0 increases from time T1 to peak value, and it gradually decreases to the base value of C0 at the time T2. So during this flow, the flow is assumed to be steady. The flow कैसा है? Steady flow. So within that, concentration C1 to C2 the M1 mass of the tracer added at section 1. M1 का mass of the tracer added at section 1, that is equal to V1 into C1. So that is calculated by integrating within the time T1 to T2 Q into bracket C2 minus C0 dt plus V1 by T2 minus T1 into integrating T1 to T2 C2 minus C0 into dt. Then discharge is calculated by neglecting the second term on the right hand side, which is insignificantly smaller value. The remaining value will be V1 C1 divided by integration integrating in between T1 to T2, C2 minus C0 dt. So this is a formula for measurement of the discharge. A discharge करण्याचा formula. This discharge in the stream that can be determined by knowing the value of M1 the variation of this C2 with the time at section 2 that is determined, also value of CO concentration 0 that are determined. So या मेथडला काय म्हटलेलं आहे? This method is also known as sudden injection method or gulp method or integration method. यामध्ये आपण इंटिग्रेशन अप्लाय केलेलं आहे. So this integration इथे integrating in between T1 to T2. The discharge is measured by integration. म्हणून त्याला काय म्हटलेलं या मेथडला? या dilution technique ला काय म्हटलेलं आहे? It is called as integration method or gulp method, or it is called sudden injection method. Sudden injection method. It is called sudden injection method or gulp method or integration method. So यामध्ये अजून एक टेक्निक आहे. Another way by using of this dilution principle is by injecting the tracer of concentration C1 at constant rate. At constant rate, that tracer is injected. Inject the tracer of concentration C1 at constant rate of Q1 at section 1, and again from that section 1 that concentration gradually rises from the backward value of C0 at that time T1 to a constant value C2. So initially it is C0, इथून हे आकार असं वाढत गेलेला आहे. C0 to section 1 ला किती होता? C0 C1 इथे दिले पाहिजे. Section 1 ला is having C1. It gradually rises again at C2. At section 2 the concentration is C2. At a constant rate of injection, this curve rises to C1 to C2. From T1 to T2 it gradually rises. म्हणून या मेथडला काय म्हटलेलं आहे? Constant rate injection method. याला काय म्हणायचं? Constant rate injection method. Because it is gradually rises. It rises constantly. It rises at constant rate. Here. So applying this at the steady rate, the continuity equation is applied for the tracer. That equation that gives Q1 C1 plus Q C0 that is equal to Q plus QT into bracket Q plus QT into that bracket complete Q plus QT into C2. तर त्यावरनं Q काढायचे आपल्याला. तर Q ची व्हॅल्यू काय येईल? By taking common Q, we get this formula of discharge. Q is equal to QT into bracket C1 minus C2 by C2 minus C0. This is the second method, of measurement of discharge. So this method of measurement of discharge, that is estimated by knowing the values of C1, C2, then values of C1, C2, C0 and Q1. From that we measure the discharge. So therefore this constant rate injection method is also known as plateau gauging. त्यालाच काय म्हणायचं? Plateau gauging. त्यालाच काय म्हणतात? Constant rate injection method. हे दोन नाव आहेत. Constant rate injection method or plateau gauging. समजलं? Any difficulty in this? Please ask. समजलं का सगळ्यांना? Okay. So these are the direct methods. डायरेक्ट मेथड मध्ये आपण काय काय पाहिलंय? एरिया वेलोसिटी मेथड. First one is direct method and indirect method. Second is indirect method. Indirect method we have seen area velocity method, dilution technique, electromagnetic method and ultrasonic method. हे चार methods आता आपण पाहिलेले आहेत. The direct method of measurement of the stream discharge or stream flow measurement techniques. Then second one is indirect determination methods. यामध्ये दोन मेथड्स आहेत. फर्स्ट मेथड काय? By construction of the hydraulic structures like weirs, plumes, gated structures or dam structures, etc. Second one is slope area method. इथपर्यंत काय प्रॉब्लेम आहे का? So here we have completed this direct method. In next lecture we will study this indirect methods, slope area method and hydraulic structures. That we will see in next lecture. Any difficulty in this? Please ask. समजलं का इथपर्यंत? सुडके समजलं का? काळे, भागवत, राजगुरू, राऊत, मुलाणी, मतकंटे, कांबळे, बोडके, भोसले, Tite. Anyone having any problem?